Now, Starscream, gather the Constructicons and have them unleash an attack.
That won't be happening. They're on strike.
What?
Well, they want maternity leave, Megatron, and they're refusing to fight.
Maternity leave? But they're all male! Fine then, get me their non-union Chinese equivalents.
Hey, Devastator, you got your maternity leave.
A victory for single mothers everywhere. Isn't that right, son? Yes, Mommy!
Welcome everyone to the final video of March of the Combiners! And what a ride it's been. We looked at possibly the best Combiner from G1, compared a Combiner Wars figure and its modern update, and finally, RID Rail Racer. And now it comes together by looking at the wacky world of Knockoff Devastators. Surprisingly, despite not being one of the main cast members in most continuities, and the rarity of proper toys of them, Devastator seems to be one of the most copied characters. Third-party companies love to take on Devastators, with EFC toys starting it off with Hercules in 2011, with plenty of others since then, whether it be big Devastators, small Devastators, Devastators that cheat. Then you have plenty of knockoffs of Devastator molds with lots of odd takes on this G1 design, but then you have plenty of Diet Devastators, if you will, that are their own molds, sold throughout various retailers. It's Devastator, but he's for babies. It's Devastator, but he's made out of dinosaurs. It's Devastator, but he's made out of wooden Brio blocks. Okay, that one actually kinda goes hard. And the subject of today's video comes from the mysterious land of Daiso. Daiso is a large chain of 100 yen shops, or just general discount shops because inflation! They're actually pretty nice little shops, all things considered, and if you got one in your town, consider giving them a visit. They have a lot of good stuff. I got a Christmas tree and plenty of ornaments for like 25 bucks. I think that's pretty good. And they sell a series of combining transforming robots for 6 bucks a pop. As far as info on these, the copyright says Daiso, but in reality, these are a generic toy sold to multiple retailers. Who made the original toy? No clue. But hey, $6 robots seems like a good deal. But are they worth it? Well, let's meet the team. I shall dub them as such. Crapper, Dixmaster, Scatman, Pookie, and Ron Paul. Let's go! Hey, sorry for the interruption, but have you subscribed yet? Well, why not? Because not everyone who watches this video may be subscribed. I upload new videos weekly alongside other shorts and live streams, so hit subscribe and hit the bell for updates on new videos. Once I hit 7,500 subscribers, I'm planning a big retrospective on Metroplex, so that's something to get excited for. Also, consider becoming a channel member. Your financial support goes into making these videos and would be a massive help. Thank you so much. Now back to the video. Pookie! Pookie will come up first, and I gotta say, the size for what you get ain't bad. 6 bucks for 6 inches. Story of how you were born. And design-wise, he ain't too bad. I dig his 80s visor, his rifle built into his arm, and yeah, he's a bit of a hunchback, but honestly, I think that actually looks kinda nice. Reminds me of Gears, and everyone loves Gears. Though god, these feet suck. They're just the front of the truck and they don't allow him to stand up, or even allow him to put his legs together properly. I have Legacy Motormaster. Motormaster is a friend of mine. You, sir, are no Motormaster. And the knees getting in the way prevent the articulation from being any good, which is a shame because the joints here aren't bad. There are some okay ratchet joints here. The arms, yeah, they only go vertically, but hey, waist pivot. The crane form, gotta say, is pretty good. I definitely feel this is where the most attention was paid to, because it actually is a cute little vehicle, all things considered, and there are some things that the proper combiners don't always have, like rubberized tires, and of course, die-cast metal. Though honestly, maybe there's a bit too much, because I trapped my fingernail in this thing while transforming it, and well, whether that means I need to cut my nails more or this thing is dangerous, make of it what you will.
Dick!
Dixmaster is a little interesting in comparison. He feels a bit better proportion and his dual-wielding pistols. He's no one to mess with. After all, he is the hero Dimba. Also, I love the fact that his Gatling gun can store away into a cement mixer. Reminds me of Movie Mixmaster. His legs thankfully have a lot more movement this time around, and his arms can turn around now. He can even butterfly a bit. No waist swivel though. But he does have a pussy. Seriously, why is that there? Transformation is simple enough, and the final vehicle is a cute little cement mixer, and at least the mixer rotates. And I also love that his guns and his arms come as smokestack. Because it's so under-detailed, it actually kind of works. Well done, you little faker. Crapper actually has some decent arms in that they can move around. Meanwhile, he got no knees. Nor can he swivel. Shame, because this head looks kinda awesome. Looks very Beast Wars mutant head-like. Though I gotta say, these arms just won't tab in anywhere. That's a common problem with all these figures. There's a lot of loose bits that feel like they're just dangling about. This digger ain't the best either. Some bits feel very feeble, like they're about to fall off, and these wheels just don't want to turn. Like, come on, man, turn! You're not a true blasting king, get out of here!
Hi, I'm Paul.
Ron Paul is the worst. Oh, I'm not talking about the politician, I have no opinion on him. This figure sucks. There's no waist pivot, the knee joints feel weak, and these arms, bleh. Nothing tabs in with this guy, he feels unfinished. The only thing I like about this guy is he kinda looks like that guy from Rap City Street Kids. I can't believe I made that kind of reference. But hey, at least he is the Fire King. On a side note, I realize his arms and kind of his torso seem to be lifted from Combiner Wars Long Haul. So yes, he does have sideways elbow action. God, this thing is awful. This is definitely the worst built figure. Nothing tabs in together, it looks malformed, it's a real pain. All the other vehicles at least tab together fine, but not this idiot. Whatever, let's move on from Ron Paul. It's not 2012 anymore. And thus it brings us to the Scat Man, skibbity-boo-doo-boo-doo-ba-da-boo. And I can tell this guy's the leader of the group because he's the largest. That's my logic and I'm sticking to it. And he does have the best articulation, like you can actually get some movement in. We even have a head swivel. I also dig his digger shovel being his arm and his head being a smaller shovel. That's actually pretty adorable. But the problem is nothing tabs in with his arm. Guys, ports and tabs are good. They help to give things function. Was it just for the aesthetic? Were these things made by Apple? Also, the arm likes to pop out of his socket. Mildly annoying. The transformation works alright, though shame the claw likes to pop off. I would use super glue, but I feel like it would eat through this plastic. Shame too, because it works and it can rotate pretty well and roll alright. So our little squad of robots are a bit of a mess, but what competition is there for our price range? Well, there were core class figures, but come on, they're a third of the size, but with 10 times the quality. But of course, these things are a combiner, dang it! A full combiner for 30 bucks. Let's see what we get. This thing is just... Well, let's talk about the good with this guy. It is an impressive size for a $30 robot. It's not quite a Titan figure like the Shovel claims, though there are some things missing from Scatman. I had to find it on eBay, and whoever had this didn't take good care of him, poor little guy. But as you can imagine, Ron Paul is just not holding up. There's an attempt at leg articulation, but it's just not working out. The arms only go 180. The back's kind of clean, I guess. Sorry, I'm writing this after MegaCon reveals, where apparently mistransformed asses are a hot button issue. Though, look at his face. Poor guy can't deal with the strain. And when combined, the build quality really starts to fumble. Nothing wants to tap in, it just feels incomplete. Not just because Ron Paul has been giving me problems, but also making a die-cast combiner like this may not have been a great idea. Like, Predaking was already pretty hefty, but this guy's combining heavy die-cast metal with the cheapest plastic possible. Of course he feels really weak. I feel bad for this poor guy, someone help him out. So can I recommend Daiso Devastator? Not really. It's too cumbersome to pose about. How about for young kids? Maybe the individual bots? I don't know. Because I'm not entirely sure if these things are 100% safe. Not just in terms of material, but I could see these things breaking very easily. In that regard, it's probably better just to get a Deluxe or Voyager class figure, or trying to get one of the larger Cyberverse figures used for a young kid. I don't know. I can't bring myself to hate Daiso Devastator, however. He's trying a lot harder than other knockoff toys out there, including ones I've reviewed, but he's still too much of a mess to recommend. As a novelty, it's kinda neat, but what about you? How do you feel about Daiso Devastator? And do you have any experience with any knockoff Devastators or any other knockoff toys? Let me know in the comments. Please subscribe, and thank you for watching March
Of the Combiners!